Hello! Salutations and greetings. My name is Margie. I'm a Heyoka empath. Just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Being an empath, you're always feeling some kind of way. The trick is this mine? Is this the collectives? Is this mom? Is this Stan Lee? Who is this? This is me. So, it's a little warm today. I haven't really felt like talking much the last few days. Yesterday, Artie Pants turned 11. Happy birthday, Artie Pants! It's funny, he has the same brother, or same birthday as his uncle, my brother. That was a downer. Mom called to wish him a happy birthday yesterday, and then moved, and I asked what the address is, and I don't get to know. See, people wonder, like, Marge, you think you know so much about these people in positions of authority and power and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm fucking related to them, one of them. Benny, go lay down. Go lay down. Go on. You know the type that freaking is run, the type that the freaking is the percentage of the population that runs the whole fucking world, you know, the bro, the good old boy. See, I never really liked dudes much. I didn't care about their wieners, and when you don't care about a dude's wiener, well, they don't really care about you. So there can be really quite dickish to you, actually. So and I was never into that. Never, my whole entire life. I was never into freaking living the storylines that was freaking imposed upon me. You're going to grow up and you're going to meet a man and you're going to get married and he's going to take... That's the bullshit they used to spew in the 50s to the 70s. That's when they started breaking up. That's when they started breaking up the family and started doing more of the women's lib, because you take the mom out of the home, then there goes the heart of the family. So this is the beginning of the ending of the fall of this civilization. So, yeah, I can only attribute it to buying them birthday presents. I'm not allowed to. I was like, well, does that mean that everybody else isn't allowed to? You know, they're like, because it's usually I get them one gift from me and Grandma Retta. And I don't spend a lot of money, you know, but he said I couldn't. I'm like, what 6-year-old and 13-year-old don't like getting presents for their birth, you know, but other people can, but I can't. That's the thing. It's one of my deals in life. Is my whole life I've been just wanting to be treated like everybody else, even in my own fucking family, and I can't. I've been the outsider in every freaking instance my whole life. And it's getting old. It's not fun anymore. So the last 3-4 years I've been talking about on these videos, I've been talking about the parts, the time leading up to the period in which we are living now. Have people gotten ready? It was my goal to get us as where we're supposed to be. By December 20th, and we landed in North New Mexico. My grandma would have been 100, and she was born 1919. 102, second birthday on December 11th. Anyway, you know, one of the reasons why I started these talks is for a video library, because I knew ultimately one day I wasn't going to be allowed. I mean, I can't. It's not like I can pick up the phone and call like my 6-year-old niece and on the phone, you know. So tell me, how was school today? You had to wear your mask, you know, stuff like that. I know that bastard didn't help me on purpose, because he didn't care where we ended up, man, because they're freaking withholders, man. That's why they put those guys in the positions that they put them in, because they can just shut down their emotions and feelings, and they ain't gonna help their own family. You know, that's why I don't have faith in any system created in this government or otherwise. County, I don't have any faith in any system, because they're all run by people that are in no hurry to freaking get people and connected and the help that they need. It's recommended that I call these guys because they can help. I called them 3 weeks ago. They're evidently so busy that they can't call back in 3 weeks. It's just fucking stupid. They just get money for their stupid papers, their stupid fucking offices, their fucking paychecks. They probably get car allowance, drive around. This shit ain't for fucking people. My buddy Carl, he called the freaking veteran suicide hotline. Yeah, he was in a bad way. You know what the bitch said on the other line? Call back. Well, you'll get a call back in a week or so. What the fuck is that? No wonder people freaking are taking themselves out. It ain't fun anymore, man. It ain't fun living on this unless you got a family and a bunch of friends and stuff to spend all your time with. But if you're like a single individual in this world, you don't got no family, things are going to get really interesting. I know one of my greatest life lessons was supposed to learn that I'm supposed to rely on other people. And people always said, well, God works for other people. I'm like, that's funny, because when I moved from fucking Omaha, only 5 of those, God was only working through 5 people that day that I needed help loading my moving truck. Yeah. You know? So everything's a club. Everything's a club, and I'm one of those people that don't fit, that don't get, that aren't allowed in the club. What happened over here? Stanley gets sick? It's like Stanley got a little chooky in the water. I need to get him some. Where's he at? I need to get him some soft food, start mixing it with his dry food. I'm worried he's not liking his food lately. And I know he's got a clean bill of health because he just went to the vet. So, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about lately about how this incarnation and how it plays out is ultimately up to me based on the energy that I put out. And I'll be damned if how often I put out freaking positive energy only to get fucking assholes to be dickheads to me back. You know? It's really hard not to put out that projecting energy. So anyway, how are you today, Mom? How's your toe? We just soaked it. We just been... If it ain't one thing, it's another, man. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. But God has blessed us with all that we need, and it is cool today in here. And it was supposed to be real warm outside. But it's pretty cool today. And we are in a good place. And in the last couple of days, I've really been trying to evaluate, okay, God, this is where we're going to be for a while. What next? How is it that I can be of service to people next? What can I do next? You know? Because I don't know. I'm finding life to be anticlimactic right now. I really am. You know, the astrology has been pointing signs of revolution and people coming into their power, and I'll be damned, you know, they just never do. It's very anticlimactic. You know, you need more Adderall in the system. More. I don't even know what Adderall. I know it makes people go fast. I know people like to buy it on the street. I know it's a drug that people like to do, like meth and crank and coke and all that stuff to make them go really fast. So if all these people are doing all these stuff to go fast, I wonder why the whole world is slow to a stroll. That's one thing they did, is they legalized marijuana in all these states and made all these states stoner states. You got a bunch of stoner states. You got people that don't really want to freaking aren't motivated to do much of anything. I know where I live, it's the stuff I never contend with. I thought about this stuff my whole entire life. Like when I was a little kid, you know, we always moved around a lot. I was in the new kid a lot, and so I always come into these areas that were already established, and the families had already been there, and don't you know who they are, and blah blah blah. I never cared about who people were just because of who they were. I was always more interested in the content of their character. And most of the popular kids, the content of their character was mediocre at most. I never understood why the people that everybody liked the people that they liked. Oftentimes they were just okay, but nothing exceptional. So what was I talking about? We moved around a lot. Watching the cliques, watching, who knows who the popular kids are, who the scumbags are, who the druggies are, who the junkies are. And it doesn't matter from one city to the next. They're all the same. Every city's the same. Everybody has the same kind of, archetypes. Sometimes people bounce around from one to the other. They try on different archetypes, The girl that likes to go out with the bad boy because in real life she wants to be a bad girl. Well, just freaking ditch him and go out and be the bad girl. Cut out the middleman. So more and more people are coming to who they are. But the thing of it is people are established at a very young age. I was cracking me up. I love how people that are very unsupportive of me like to tell me about how much support they're a part of, and my brother did that yesterday, telling me about, I got a frat brother who lives here, I got this guy that lives here, we got our tight-knit community because they just bought a house in a nice little gated community where everything is hunky-dory and safe, and making six figures, and you don't even gotta drive to work no more. You don't even got to drive to work no more. And so many of us are just like, gee, I wonder where we're going to live in 2 years. I wonder how the world's going to be. Having conversations at the park today, about how getting through the winter's coming up. We're losing about 4 or 5 minutes a day as it is now. And I went out this morning and I was like, whoa, the sun's in a different place. It's already shifting. It's already, because I don't go by the calendar. I go by smells. I go by feelings. And fall's already here. It's just not here 24 hours a day yet. It's only here for about an hour in the morning. But you can smell it, that crispness. So you got to get ready. And the people that prep for winter got to get ready. People got to collect wood and stuff like that. So now I'm shifting gears and I'm trying to decide what I'm supposed to do with the next chapter of our life, because I know the idea of what I had is a dead idea. I wanted to go back to California and help teach people what I know about freedom, what I learned when I was out in the world, but California didn't want me back. So God wanted us in a different place. So now we're in a different place. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do to add to contribute to my area. And I got some pretty good ideas, But the thing of it is I can come up with ideas all freaking day long, but if they aren't in line with what God wants me to do, they ain't going to fly. That's why I get so frustrated. It's like I try stuff and it freaking don't fly. I wanted to get Mom closer to her granddaughter. I thought that would help. God said, nah, we ain't going to have that. No. It makes me laugh. All these people that just go around the world just doing whatever they want whenever they feel like it. I'm like, man, I must really be a loser. I can't make stuff happen. I used to be able to make stuff happen. Then I kind of succumbed to my ego and then came back into balance, and now I'm just gun shy. Now I'm just skittish. Just decisions that I make don't pan out. Ideas that I have don't pan out. The world keeps spinning around. I see a freaking storyline coming that ain't good. The world keeps spinning around. People don't care. They keep buying their stupid fucking Teslas and their fucking goddamn stupid fucking Audis, and They're big dumb trucks that they don't even know how to drive. It cracks me up, these fucking idiots. Men, women, it don't matter. It's just, they're all resource hogs. So I went down the park today. I went to get ice, put in the AC, and stopped through the park. And a man was helping a woman with her window. So I was holding stuff for him. I was helping him too, and I'm just like, this is what things are supposed to be like. People are supposed to just like really make their community better where they live. And I'm not looking at the news anymore. I'm about this close to deactivate my Facebook account, because I really don't give a shit anybody on my friends list, because they're all one-sided conversations, man. They're all one-sided conversations. So, and I know people don't want to hear from me. I know it. My whole life, people have been like, take a hint. I know how to take a hint. I know how to read energy. I know what it's like when people don't want you around. I've been traveling all over trying to find the place to feel like home. And what I found out is that home feeling, it's inside, man. Safety, security, that stuff, those feelings are inside. Ain't nothing outside. No policeman, no military man. Ain't no man gonna make you feel safe and secure. I mean, shit, how many women are with men that they're freaking afraid to, rock the boat because they don't know how old boy's gonna respond? They might get freaking popped in the eye, dotted in the eye for, their disobedience. Yeah. For all you ladies that, you're with that guy that, he would never hurt a woman. He'd never hit a woman. Just bring him back around me. I bring out the worst in people. You really see who people are when they come around me, because for some reason they are just compelled to be a fucking dickhead to me. I get it all the time. People act like they're nice to me, chummy, but really they're talking down to me, making fun of me. That's cool. Whatever. I guess I could just practice being a more principled human being. I used to go to AA meetings all the time, and they freaking people acted like, I see women hugging each other, and then you could see them like rolling their eyes over their shoulder, like, oh God, it's just fake. The world is full of fake, man. People acting like you go to a restaurant, you sit down. Oh, I don't know. Can you do that anymore? You sit down, the waitress acts like she cares that you want food. No, she's just going to pretend like she likes you and be nice, because, the better service, maybe the more money you'll get out of her, right? Because the whole world, it all became about money. I see how I live in New Mexico, so there's a lot of Native Americans and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, whatever. What if our ancestors didn't roll over? Think about what Turtle Island could have been then. You know what? If we didn't succumb from all the manipulation, if somehow we had the courage to fight back against the colonists, but I don't know, maybe Mota was prevalent back then too. Maybe it was a stoner. There were too many stoner states back then too. Could motivate people to defend their land, their freedom, and now things are just getting weird. But more and more people are figuring out that politics are a circle of greed. There's no left. There's no right. They're all buddies. They all freaking do coke in the bathrooms together and hang out and freaking, talk, there's sexual perversions in the White House. And it's just how it's always been. The ethics and the pageantry and the like all the regalia, that's just to get people to not get any idea what they're really doing, what's really going on behind closed doors over there. So, and I know it. I know the people that have been parts of these systems for a very long time. The world is full of creeps. It's run by creeps, run by freaking weird old crotchety dudes. Freaking trying to find places to put it. We just get to try and freaking make something decent out of the leftover crumbs that they leave, right? Because a lot of us don't want to have anything to do with this nonsense. I think most people on this planet don't give a shit about any single solitary politician, lawmaker. It's all a show, man. It's Hollywood, and they get paid like more than Hollywood actors because they don't even work freaking they work less than half a year, man. And they never ever do anything for the people. It never trickles down to the people. It never does. Things are getting worse and worse. I see more and more people with signs on the side of the road and stuff like that. And I just hate hearing about, who perishes on the other end of the season. Because, man, I hate when people freaking get cold. And we're coming up and people are going to be cold. And I freaking... There's so many people that have so much. And there's all these drives and all these, I just see a very, very, very large disconnect on the planet right now, and I'm very, very, very uncomfortable, and I don't really want to participate in life on life's terms. That means I don't want to go out much. I don't want to do these videos much. I was listening to I haven't listened to that guy check into people that I don't even necessarily like as people, but sometimes they have decent messages to say, so I'll see where they are in time and space, and I was like, nope. Cubs still can't be kings. That dude's still a D-bag. Fucking talking about God when you're sitting in a fucking studio with lights and all, three rooms full of furniture with freaking toys, and you got a freaking fifth wheeler and a big stupid truck outside and jet skis and all this stuff. God never once told me to fucking buy a jet ski, a big stupid truck. No, he did bring me a truck in my life, but it was 1996. It wasn't one of these new pieces of shit that aren't even worth the fucking space on the road. God never told me to buy a Harley, but all these people preaching God to me got all this stuff. It's all ego stuff, man. People can't take that stuff. At this point, we're getting to the stage that people need too much, man. I won't ever own a boat because people will never have everybody won't ever have what they need. They won't. So how am I going to go around and have a bunch of toys and stuff like that and, piss away my life going, la, 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 I'm manifesting the best version of my life and piss on everybody else? How am I supposed to do that when there's so many people in need in the world? There always is. There always will be. Yep. April 9th, 1974, 11:01 a.m. When you're born at that time on that day, this is your thinking. I'm one of those people, man. People are like, you can't do that. No, people can't do that. They just don't. They can't. People can do whatever they want. They just choose to do the selfish things most of the time. I don't got earth in my chart. I don't give a crap about money. If I have $100 in my pocket and I come across a stranger that's in need, they got $100 in their pocket. And I don't even got that much income. But I always looked at energy as it flows. So if what I get, as long as our bills are paid, I can pass that on to other people to help other people in need. See, energy is supposed to flow. You have all these freaking greedy, stingy mofos, all this money, and they collect all this money and they just keep putting it in the bank. Then every now and again they want to freaking, bully somebody or get their way or, so they throw their money around. That's not what this incarnation is about. I saw freaking people were jumping ship. That was a couple days ago. That bozos. You know, when are people going to get rid of their Amazon Prime? That guy's a scumbag. Evidently, they're jumping ship. Employees are jumping ship from his spaceship company. You know, there's just all the other things in the world that people could be doing, but they're following these storylines that are just freaking stupid, and they're all led by these unimaginative, mediocre, trite people. And I want more for the people on this planet. You know, the muskrat, I fucking hate that guy. That stupid fucking truck that he put out. Now we're going to see those stupid I'm like, yeah, there's people homeless everywhere, but that fucking idiot's got a fucking Tesla truck that looks like a Lego car. I'm always just trying to be as comfortable as I possibly can on this uncomfortable planet, man, because the people in charge, they just really don't have freaking any of the ideas of anything that I freaking want to do. What are you going to do? I'm out of water. It's about all I got for now. People are going through a hard time right now. For those that are going through a hard time right now, today I went out and I got to hang out amongst my plants and put my feet in the dirt. And I went to the park today. I didn't put my feet on the dirt there because there's like freaking needles and nasty stuff everywhere. But I didn't meditate today, but I did meditate yesterday. And I'm still even struggling and having a hard time of doing these things because I'm like, what difference does it make? Nothing's changing anyway. I just am having a bad attitude. I don't have a lot of faith right now because I'm like, what difference does it make? There's all these years that I had all this faith and freaking nothing happened. Except a bunch of crap. I still was without water. I still, doesn't matter how hard I tried. I still couldn't get a job. So for all of you folks that plan your life and are so good about it, planning your life, and you make everything happen, turn out exactly how you wanted. You got to meet that him or her, and they liked you as much as you liked them, and you got to build your lives together and take on the world and all that stuff. Maybe those are the people that should be doing videos, and I should be watching their videos because evidently I don't know what I'm doing in life. I did get this. Feathers. I love feathers. It's a smudging deal. Wax and wane on Etsy. Yeah, so for when I smudge, it'll start to cool down. I'll smudge. Yeah. You got anything you want to add, Mom? No? Life's still fun? Life's still fun for you? Mom's just like, we're still alive. Yes, Mom, we are. We are still alive. Thank God. What is that old saying? God willing and the creek don't rise. We will tomorrow also. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.